This YCN segment is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist.
Welcome to the New Hampshire Association of Broadcasters award-winning YCN Game of the Week. Today we're in North Sutton, New Hampshire for a clash between the host Kearsarge Cougars and the Hanover Marauders. YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. MJ Harrington & Company, jewelers and designers since 1948. Raleigh Lakeside Builders, specializing in custom and waterfront homes, shoreline protection, renovations, and full-scale design. Ramontos in Claremont, always fresh, always delicious. Ascoma Savings Bank, with no shareholders to please, they are committed to remaining independent and to reinvesting profits in our community. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist. La Valley Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion. Bubba's Bar and Grill, offering fresh salads, hearty sandwiches, brick oven pizza, entrees, and award-winning seafood chowder. And by syntheticoilbest.com for all your car, truck, and small engine oil needs.
Good evening and welcome to North Sutton, New Hampshire for tonight's Division II basketball matchup between the Hanover Marauders and the Kearsarge Cougars. Hello everyone, I'm Jeremy Stout. I'll be joined shortly by my broadcast partner, Andrew Zerhide. And first, for the Hanover Marauders, a team sitting at 4-5, lost 2 straight, playing their 4th road game out of 5, trying to right the ship here down against Kearsarge. And the Cougars, 7-4 on the season, their 4 losses coming with 2 of their star players out. Other than that, they had a really good season going. They're 7-4. And Andrew, as we take a look at the Hanover Marauders, like I said, they're off 2-game losing streak. It's a tough place to play down here in Kearsarge. Who should we look for?
Yeah, so for Hanover, we're going to be keeping an eye on their big number 25, Caleb Putnam. He's a senior and a forward. He's going to be big in the paint, but might have a tough night going up against Matos. And number 2, Martin Paulson. He's a guard, also a senior. He's going to run the point, really be passing the ball well. He's probably going to hit some threes here tonight as well.
All right, and for the Cougars, like I said, 7-4. Those 4 losses came without 2 key players. Who should we look for tonight?
Yeah, so for Kearsarge, we're going to be keeping an eye on number 5, Taylor Matto. It's obviously the big man. He's about 6'9". He's going to be huge in the paint. It's going to be hard for Hanover to shut him down. And number 23, Tom Johnson, the guard, also a senior. Really, he's their shooter. He's going to be knocking down a ton of shots. If you're Hanover, you got to contain one of them because they're both really going to score a ton of points here tonight.
All right, it's Division II basketball, the Marauders and the Cougars YCN Game of the Week. It's next.
This YCN segment is brought to you by La Valley Building Supply and Middleton Building Supply.
And now let's send it to the public address announcer for tonight's starting lineups.
Introducing the starting line for tonight's game for the Marauders, coached by Tim Winslow. At guard, 6 foot, a senior, number 2, Martin Paulson. At guard, 5'11", a senior, number 15, Charles Goodrich. At forward, 6'1", a senior, number 23, Caleb Putnam. At forward, 6'2", a senior, number 24, Graham Penfield. And at center, 6'4", a senior, number 25, Michael Stager.
Welcome back. North Sutton, New Hampshire, here on the campus of Kearsarge Regional High School, where the Cougars and the Marauders tip it off in a Division II matchup. separated by just a little bit of interstate, 89. And in the standings, separated by only a few games. Kearsarge coming into this one 7-4, as we mentioned in the pregame. Hanover 4-5. First three-point attempt is good, just like that. Taylor Matos fires the three. And we talked about him in the pregame, and Andrew, he's a big guy, obviously, but he's not afraid to shoot.
No, he's not afraid to shoot, and one thing that really makes him a complete player is he can hit his free throws and shoot the ball. Obviously, he doesn't take a ton of threes, but knocking down that one, lead off the game. Nice shot by him.
Foul on the floor, foul on number 12, Kyle Hernan. His first, team's first. So Hanover coming off a loss at Bow by 5, 60-55. That was their second straight loss. As we see the turnover there, goes back to Kearsarge. And the Cougars in the midst of a 4-game winning streak, beating Goffstown their last time out on the road, 77-60, handily beating them, and they come back home to the friendly confines, where they have now won 3 straight at home. Swing the ball around. Many athletic players on both of these teams, especially this Kearsarge team, as we see Matos with some nice maneuvering, but good defense there by Hanover.
Yeah, nice job by Hanover. You need to do that all night long on Matos if they want a chance to win this game.
3-point attempt is up, no good. Nice offensive rebound, and the putback, number 25, Michael Stager. He'll go to the free throw line, try and complete the traditional 3-point play, and tie this game up. Matos will get called for his first foul, and that is the team's second foul. Stager's free throw is up, no good, off the back iron, and the rebound goes to Noah Tremblay. He'll take it to the length of the court, passes off to Matos, blocked, but a little piece of the body. Caleb Putnam, he'll get called for the foul.
The YCN scoreboard sponsor is LaValle Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion, and also by Bubba's Bar and Grill, overlooking the beautiful Newberry Harbor on Lake Sunapee.
And there's Matos, his first free throw up and good. He's got all 4 points for the Cougars, and as you mentioned, Andrew, he can shoot his free throws. Nice little stroke there. He gets both of them. 5-2 our score. 90 seconds into this one, stolen away in the backcourt over to Johnson. He puts it up, doesn't get it, and then the rebound gets to the hands of Graham Penfield. Little full court pressure and forcing the turnover. Paulson travels thanks to the double team trap of the Cougars.
Nice D by Kearsarge. Paulson really is a good ball handler. At least 2 turnovers here early on in this game.
Little dribble drive, left side of the paint, pull-up jumper, no good. Noah Tremblay. Hanover looks to break. 3-point attempt, no good. And Matos is there for the rebound. So a fast-moving game in the early going. Just over 2 minutes into this one. 5-2 our score, and Matos 3 rattles around, and it's good.
Another 3 from Matos.
Just getting the friendly roll on that one. The first one was a little bit more pure, but that one rolled around, got the friendly home court roll, and it's 8-2. Matos with all 8 of the Cougar points. Shot from the corner, no good. Offensive rebound. Another offensive rebound off the block. That's Caleb Putnam. Got a shot blocked. And then he'll get called for the foul. That's his first, team's second. So inside 5.5 to play here in the first quarter. 8-2, and Andrew, it's really been all Kearsarge on the offensive end, and it's really been all Matos. As we see the 3-pointer, just as I say that, Tom Johnson gets in on the fun. 3-pointer is good, 11-2. And the open man nicely done inside to Caleb Putnam. Beautiful pass from the corner to find the open man. unaccounted for. It's 11-4, inside 5 to play.
Well, if you're going up against Kearsarge, if you do manage to shut down Matos, they can kick the ball out to Johnson, Starozic, Tremblay. They can all shoot it. And still down low, they have 6'4" Kyle Hernan, who can also be a big force in the paint. So really good down low. They can shoot the ball really hard to defend.
Yeah, this Kearsarge team, very balanced. And as we see everyone covering Johnson there, he dumps it off to Matos. Couldn't get it to fall. Foul on number 24, Graham Penfield. His first, team's third.
Oh.
Matos doesn't get the 3 to go, but the offensive rebound, Kyle Hernan. And it'll be tipped and stay Kearsarge basketball.
Hey, local sports fans, 94.5 ESPN's Franklin and House Sports Talk Show can be seen on YCN's WYCX Outside Television at 5 p.m. every weekday. Tune in daily and get up to date on what's happening in sports.
Little dribble drive and a foul on the floor. 4:26 to play in the first quarter. We'll take a break. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Lake Sunapee Visiting Nurse Association and Hospice.
Welcome back. YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhai just out of the timeout. Hanover wanted to talk it over, see if they can draw up something to stop this Kearsarge offense, and immediately it goes inside to Matos, and he is called for the traveling violation. So whatever Coach Winslow drew up in that timeout, it worked, and then they draw the foul, so Kearsarge will get called for being a little aggressive. They've had some success so far on that full court trap. That one won't be one of them. That was Joe Starozic with his first, team's third. Dumps it off in the middle, and it looks like it's going to be a traveling violation. Caleb Putnam picked up the loose ball, but he rolled around, travel back to Kearsarge.
Stay tuned at the end of our telecast for the HR Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game. We'll choose the team member that had the greatest impact.
Halfway through this first quarter, it's all Kearsarge, 11-4. The three-pointer goes, and that's Tom Johnson. He's got a couple of threes, 14-4, and Andrew, it's the Johnson and Matos show in the early going as we expected.
Yeah, both really good players. They scored a ton of points. It was only a matter of time before Johnson started hitting some shots, and really, when he gets a good look at the basket, you're surprised if it doesn't go in. He's just got such a good stroke. He's a great shooter. Ooh.
And there's Matos again, getting the feed and the easy lay, and he really makes it look easy. That was off a turnover. And it just looks so easy for him sometimes, because he's not one of the, a lot of times at this level, high school basketball, you see these really tall guys, and they haven't grown into their body, mentally, and they don't know how to play. He doesn't have just the height. He's got some talent, he's got some touch, and he's a great player.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen him sink 2 threes already in this first quarter. And as I was saying earlier, he can hit free throws, so even if you foul him down low, he's still going to knock down those shots. It's really hard to deal with him.
Yeah, he's 2 for 2 from the free throw line so far tonight. He's got 10 points. And then the other 6 go to Tom Johnson with a couple of threes as Hanover gets denied at the rim. Kearsarge looking to run the other way. 3-point attempt. No good. That was number 34, Noah Tremblay. And we can already see that Kearsarge wants to run. They want to keep it fast-paced.
Yep.
Hanover wants to slow this game down.
Yeah, Kearsarge, really their offense, one of the better offenses in the division, so they want to try to get as many opportunities to score points.
Pull-up jumper by Paulson comes up short. Once again, get it back into Matos. Ooh. Kick out to Johnson, and that one was halfway down. Paulson grabs the rebound, tries to get the foul, but no call there. 16-4, 2:10 to play here in the first quarter. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, Division II basketball. Hanover Marauders. Nice move, backing down in the paint. Number 24, Graham Penfield. 16-6. That's what Hanover needs. Get inside, slow this game down, get some buckets. Nice little cut by Johnson, and then Turnover, bad pass. Stager comes away with the steal. Once again, Hanover slowly moving the ball around the perimeter, trying to find the open man. Nice drive there by Putnam. He can't get it to fall, and here comes Kearsarge again. Three-point attempt from the corner. No good. This ball will be out of bounds. It will stay Kearsarge ball. We'll take a break. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by M.J. Harrington and Company, jewelers and designers since 1948.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, 1:11 to play here in quarter number one. Inbounds pass tipped and stolen away into the hands of Caleb Putnam. As we approach 1 minute to play here in the first quarter. Couple scorers for the Cougars. Matos and Johnson have all the points. Caleb Putnam, Graham Penfield, and Michael Stager with 3 field goals for the Marauders to get to their 6 points. Nice kick out three-pointer, just off the mark, loose ball, and it's going to go back to the Cougars.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by Echo Communications. Call them for all of your printing needs. And by Raleigh Lakeside Builders, specializing in custom and waterfront homes, shoreline protection, renovations, and full-scale design. Check out their Facebook page.
And all Kearsarge so far in this first quarter, 16-6. Inside 30 seconds. See if Kearsarge wants to run some clock here and get the final shot. Obviously no shot clock in high school in New Hampshire, and it looks like that's what the call will be as Johnson kind of backs off, spreading the offense around. And then at 10 seconds, 9 seconds, he'll look to start the offense. Coming off a screen from Matos, tipped away. And Kearsarge ultimately loses it. 1 second to go. They're kind of going to get a shot off, but not really much of a look. Good defensive effort there by the Marauders. After 1 quarter of play here in North Sutton, New Hampshire, it's the Cougars 16, the Marauders 6. Come right back with quarter number 2 on the YCN Game of the Week.